I will call the Bismarck Human Relations Committee meeting to order for February 22nd, 2021. And I'll read could I do a roll call, please?
Okay, if you would just say present, can I call your name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll read the Human Relations Committee mission statement. The purpose of the Bismarck Human Relations Committee is to create alternate community of inclusion and ethnicity through education and outreach. Okay, and then let me turn my page here. Can you turn the page, Ruben?
Turn your one.
Yes. Can I get an approval of the meeting minutes?
I'll motion to approve.
We have a motion from Randy, Trevor.
Okay, a motion from Brandy. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Yes, second.
Okay, a second from
That was from Jason Green.
Jason. Okay, any further discussion? Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? Motion carries. The next item is item number 6, introduction of new members. Or I skipped 5, sorry. Public comment, I'm sorry. Do we have anybody for public comment, Jason?
Trevor, we have one member of the public here. Mike Connolly is with us. Mike does not have anything to say. He is just interested in the HRC and hasn't been to the meeting yet. So he's giving us his night off. He's not working tonight, so he's going to spend his time with us. But he's got nothing to say.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Welcome.
The next item is introduction of new member. And I think our new member is Jason. I understand he was approved last city commission meeting for Shay's position. Is that correct, Jason?
You are correct, Trevor. Yep. And Jason Grenick is here with Brandy and I and Mike in the mayor's conference room. I think you can all see him on the screen.
Yeah. It's nice to have you, Jason.
Thank you.
And we're excited to have you. Okay, is there anything else on that, Jason, we need to be doing?
Share anything with the group?
I'm just grateful to be here. Hi, everybody. I'm Jason Grenick. Just glad to be joining the committee and looking forward to hopefully being able to get active this next year as things quiet down with the situation you all dealt with last year. So, yeah.
Okay, if there's nothing else, we'll move on to humanitarian award update. Or is there any update, Whitney, on that?
I do have an update. It's pretty exciting. We have 2 individuals and 1 business that have been nominated, and we're still accepting nominations. So we'll have those forms for you guys to go over at the next time, at the next meeting. But if you guys want to keep recommending people to nominate or encouraging people to nominate somebody that they feel qualifies for the award, that would be great, just to have some diversity of applicants to choose from.
Now, Jason, I have a question on that. Does that, whoever we pick, does that have to go in front of the city commission? Because I know it did last year.
Typically, Trevor and committee members, what your voice is, it's a recommendation to the city commission. So when the applications close, we will make sure that all of those are shared with you at the next meeting, and then this group will have a good discussion on who is the best recipient of that award. Ultimately, that gets carried to the city commissioners at their next meeting in the form of a recommendation from the Human Relations Committee. And typically, the city commission would accept that recommendation and essentially give you the green light to go ahead and recognize that individual or business and move forward with the award presentation from there.
Okay, just wanted a clarification on process. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other things on that? If not, we're gonna move on to student essay poetry contest. Who has an update on that?
I have an update on that one as well. Normally, we do the essay or poetry contest around this time of the year. We haven't done anything thus far this year, and so I had created 2 flyers for you guys to preview. Did everyone have a chance to look at those?
Yes.
Okay, I guess the committee, last year we did just an essay contest. This year, I did a poster for an essay and poetry versus just the essay, so you guys can decide what type of contest you want to have. And then if you guys don't have any changes for the posters, I can get them out to Bismarck Public Schools as soon as tomorrow.
Okay,
And I can share those on my screen.
does the committee have any other questions on that? I just have a comment. All the things she has up on the screen I have looked at. It all looks good to me. I like how it's laid out.
Trevor, this is Jason Tomanek. We were muted on this end, but general comments from Brandy and Jason here is the overall nice layout, bright and colorful. The logo is right at the top. So high marks from this group for the work that Whitney did as well. Definitely. Yeah.
Thank you. Is there anything else, Whitney, we need on that?
I guess I just need the direction as to if you want to do just the essay contest or if you want to include poetry this year.
Okay. What does the rest of the committee feel?
Would it be 2 separate contests or would they all be lumped into one?
Oh, I think Whitney got kicked out from the meeting here. Give her just a second. Okay, Sargiana's there. I can see you moving.
Hi, this is Trevor. I'm here.
Do the contest in 2 age groups, and I think we did the poetry and essay from each group. So there would technically be 4 winners then. Where last year we just did the essay contest, and so then it was an essay from each age category.
I think if we do decide to do both of them, I think it's good to separate them apart I used to be an English teacher, and you read an essay a lot different than you read a poem, in my opinion. So I think it would be good if we're going to do them separate.
I agree with Sargiana, just because there is like writing style differences as well, between poetry and just essay writing.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything? Do you need a motion on that, Whitney?
Yeah, if you guys could do a motion deciding whether poetry and essay or the poetry just for the minutes.
Could I get a motion to that effect, Sargiana?
Sure. So I do this right. I make a motion to have the contest have two separate entities, one being for poetry for the age group and one being for the essay for the two age groups, with 4 winners total.
Okay.
Okay, is there a second?
This is Collie.
second
Slow-mo. Second it.
Okay, it's been moved by Sardiana, second by Coley. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
I,
Those opposed? Okay, motion's carried. Okay, I'll go on to the number 9 then. It is the Bismarck Global Neighbors Diversity and Inclusion Partnership. Who has an update on that?
Yes, I volunteered. This is Collie. Slow-mo. I volunteered to work in line with Bismarck Global Neighbor from the HR committee. So far, we reached up to Leah from Bismarck Global Neighbor to get information on that. We sent out email, we sent out text, I even call and leave a voice message on her phone. But I think a couple days after that, she sent me an email back that she was going to put all the information together and reach back to me. But then since then, we have not been able to get hold of her. We have not received any email yet. So at this point, we are still working along with the Bismarck Global Neighbor to get the information. But nothing available right now.
Okay, yeah, I don't think there's any action there we need, Jason, do you think? I think it's just more of an update if I'm reading that right.
I would agree. If Collie can continue to try and connect with Leah, we'll add this to the agenda for March, and we'll just keep the conversation going until we have some action items.
Okay,
Trevor, I do have a question. We have had that Portland, Oregon Immigrant Refugee Program on the agenda for the last couple of meetings. Is that something that you guys just want to table for a later meeting until you have heard back from Leah?
what do you guys think? Can I get some input here? I would think to table it until we hear back from Leah. But I want the other group's input.
hi, Jason here.
Yes, yep, Jason, go ahead.
Just looking at, past meeting agendas and seeing that it's been a holdover. This is something that I believe we could table, and then once we have more info from, I think, Coley, we'd be able to go forward with that and untable it and do some action with it. I think it is something interesting that we need to keep for this committee to look into. But until we have more information, I think it's something we can pull off our regular agenda for now. And that's just my thoughts on that.
Yeah, could I get a motion, Jason?
Yep,
that
I just
effect?
like to motion to table that, until we get further information, please.
For about how many months, Jason? We like to put a deadline on.
We do deadline? Okay, I'd like to table it for 2 months.
So we're talking in the April meeting, you want it back? Or
Correct.
May? April,
Let's move it to the May meeting, please.
May, okay. There's a motion to table it until May, the Portland, Oregon project. Is there a second? Is there a second?
This is Sargiana. I'll make a second.
Any further discussion? Any further discussion? All those in favor,
Aye.
say aye.
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 Those opposed? Motion's carried until May. Okay, the next item is item 10, 2021 HRC goals. Okay, student liaisons. And Whitney, if I remember on that one, we tabled that one until a future May, I think it is.
Yep, we'll start discussion in May with the schools and formatting a plan to start the student liaison program for the upcoming year.
Okay, and then, okay, does anyone have anything on that? Okay. If I don't hear nothing, I have the next item. Okay, the Diversity University. I think that's Brandy. Am I correct in that?
And Brandy had to jump out of this meeting, Trevor. She is double booked tonight. She ran downstairs to give a presentation at the school board. So if she comes back, you'll see her, but if not, we'll just have to move on and wait for a report next time.
Okay. Okay, and how about, I have the next item. It's the Speaking to Service Clubs Committee and committees. I have worked on that, and this is kind of for you too, Jason. I've worked on that. Have not. I've called the Eagles Club and a few others, the AMVETs. Still haven't heard nothing on that. I've called and left messages and all that. Nothing to really report on that. And just so the committee knows, Darcy Andall, who isn't here tonight, has agreed to help me with that. So, just so the committee's aware of that. We're kind of working on it together, Jason.
Trevor, this is Jason Tomatic. Some of the service clubs probably aren't meeting all the time or back in session yet, so that might be why you're not hearing from them. But just know that this office is a resource for you as well. So if you need help making any of those connections, or if you need help preparing any of that material or handouts or any of that kind of stuff, let Whitney and I know. We're more than happy to help.
Yeah, I was planning to have you guys give me like brochures and stuff, and maybe if it's over a lunch, I was gonna have Whitney, come with for one of them, because I don't want to miss anything, so I will, as soon as I get one, I'll let you know. But that, just another thing on that item, I was thinking to kind of postpone that item, because it's kind of hard, I think, right now with COVID, like you said, Jason, some of these clubs aren't meeting quite yet, or, so I don't know if you want to just table that or keep it on the agenda?
Trevor, I have an opposite of that. I actually have a nonprofit, and there's a lot of organizations looking for people to speak over Zoom because a lot of times they're meeting maybe over Zoom right now. And I've gotten a few speaking stuff just in the upcoming months because of them wanting to bring back people. So I don't know, I probably maybe slow down a little, but I think people and organizations are up and running. Do we have a list of all the organizations? Because I myself, for my nonprofit, has a list of all the local organizations that are like fraternal in nature or whatever, nature service clubs where they have people come in and out. So I don't know if we're just picking organizations that we know of or if we have a list, because there's quite a few more than I even knew when I reached out to organizations or
Yeah,
other people who've had nonprofits. So I think we should have like some type of list to go off of as well if we're going to do this.
yeah. And Jason, do you know when Hannah did this, what club she visited or how she did it? Because I know she did the Lions Club, and did she have a list kind of like that, or how did? I know she was not able to do a lot of them, but I know she did some.
Trevor, you beat me to my question, because I was gonna ask if you remembered who Hannah met with. I know I wanna say she met with two different clubs, and I think one of them was the Rotary.
And one was the Lions.
Okay, and there's multiple Lions groups, there's multiple Optimist Club, there's the Sertoma Club, the Rotary. Sargiana, help me out here, you probably,
The Moose, AMVETS, there's multiple, the Mandan Moose. And I actually know which one of them that she spoke to, it was a Lions Club that was all females because someone from my church, when they found out I became a member of this committee, she had mentioned Sister Hannah coming in talking to them. So it had an impact on her for sure in their club, but theirs is a female one. But yeah, there's like, I've spoken at probably 4 different Lions clubs.
Yeah, and I'm in the Lions Club, Sardiana, so I could get, a list too. I just want to make sure we haven't visited them before, but I will keep working on it if that sounds good to everybody.
Trevor, Whitney is sharing her screen right now. See her now. On the report, it said that Sister Hannah spoke to the Optimist Club in January of last year, and then also to the Lions Club in March.
Do you know which one? There's so many. There's 3 or 4 different Bismarck ones.
I can give you the name of the Lions Club because I know the person that's in it. So I'll
Okay.
ask her which one she is.
Okay.
Trevor, if it suits you as the vice chair, we can put together a list of all the service clubs and make sure that we get the right Lions Club in there for the next meeting. And then that way
Yes.
we're trying to duplicate or go back to the same club too often.
Yeah, that's I think that would help me out too, Jason,
Okay.
so I'm not duplicating because I've called, but I would like, another thing I would like is all the service clubs you guys know, just give me a list of them because I certainly don't know all of them. I know quite a few of them, but there's always new ones out there and nonprofits like Sargiana said.
Trevor,
Any-
we'll pull a list together and make sure it gets added to the agenda for next time to help with that discussion and maybe some more planning for future engagement opportunities.
Okay. That would be good. And then number 11, anything else on that, guys? Okay, number 11, other business. Is there any other business to come before the Human Relations Committee? Any other business? Okay, do you have anything, Whitney or Jason, that you need to bring up from staff?
I don't have anything personally, Trevor. I don't know if Whitney does. She's in the other room up here.
I don't,
Okay.
I checked everything on my list, so.
Okay, if not, our next meeting is March 15th, 2021. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn. This is Annette.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second from Jason. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. See you guys in March. Take
Thank
care.
you, Trevor.
Yep, bye.